Transmitting live from the Asylum Studios, deep in the bowels of Southwest Texas. It's The Joe Rouge Show. The show where we talk about anything and everything. Where nothing is sacred, nothing is watered down, and nothing is PC.
All righty. Hey, folks, this is Joe Rouge, and it is great to be with you again, transmitting live tonight from the Asylum Studios. Broadcasting from the Pimple on the backside of Texas, the beautiful city of Eagle Pass, and doing the very best that we can to bring you the best quality talk radio we can muster without all the bluster. Welcome to the Joe Rouge Show. All right, folks. It's Monday. It is absolutely a Monday. But nevertheless, my friends, it is great to be here with you guys. Tell you honestly, I wasn't really planning on a show tonight. But our guest that is waiting in the wings here mentioned that he wanted to get on the show. And so we decided to we'll do one anyway. So, but I will confess this. I will confess this. Not in the greatest of moods today. At all. At all. So, I don't know. Sarcasm might be a little biting this evening. We'll see. We shall see. But we'll take it as it comes. And, we'll see how things work out with the rest of the show. Now, another thing that's bugging me tonight is for some reason my earbuds here, my in-ears are bothering me. So if you see me fidgeting with them, that's why, because they're just driving me absolutely bonkers today. But that aside, that aside. Hope you guys had a good weekend, and I hope you were able to check out the show from yesterday. Yesterday we talked about. Yesterday was our Bible study Sunday show, and we were talking about the law. We started talking about what happened and took place after the law, after Passover, and we talked about the kingdoms a little bit more in detail than we had in the past. So I hope you were able to catch onto that show yesterday. It was thought it was a very informative lesson that we had, and it kind of lays groundwork for what we're going to be doing in the next 3 to 4 weeks. Over the next 3 to 4 weeks as we progress through these things. So I hope you were able to check out the show. And I know we were supposed to do, I realized it late Saturday. We were supposed to do a show Saturday with our resident crypto psychic, but we did not get that set up on time. So I do apologize for that. So we'll be making that up to you in the days to come, and we'll let you know how all that stuff works out. A lot of interesting news in the crypto world, so a lot of interesting things to talk about with our resident crypto psychic, Marisa Lee. And so hopefully she'll be able to jump on here, maybe not this coming weekend or the weekend after. Got to get her in before Christmas, though. That's important. That's important. All right. And then I want to ask you a question. All right, and then we'll get into the sponsors and all that stuff, and then we'll bring in our guest. And if you don't, you could drop a comment down below, drop something in the chat. Let me know what you think about this thing. What do you think about the pop-in? You know what I'm talking about? Do you remember the Seinfeld episode, from years back, talking about, just the unannounced visit, the pop-ins? What do you think about that? Do you find that to be annoying? I do. I do. And, it happened quite a bit. And not the best thing in the world. So what do you think about the pop-ins? I'm curious if I'm the only one who gets perturbed by those things. So drop a comment down below. Send a comment up in the live chat if you like, or you can email us. Let us know what you think about that. And we'll get into more of that on the next show. Probably with our second hour guest. I think he'd be more inclined to talk about that than our first hour guest. So, and I'll go into all that stuff a little bit later on. Another interesting question came up as well, and that was somebody had rightly pointed out that I have not really talked much politics of late. We haven't really addressed a lot of the things going on in the news, and you're right, we haven't. The show kind of morphed a little bit, where we're entertaining more authors, writers in that realm, so it doesn't really leave a lot of opportunity for us to get into. And plus, we're booking 2 full hours with our guests, so it doesn't really leave us much of an opportunity to talk about things in the news, unless you want to add a third hour to the show. But I don't know. That's up to you guys. You let me know. You can drop a comment, live chat, or email. Let me know what you think about that. But I do miss it. There was absolutely so much going on in the news today, not just today, but just in this time period right now. And it's overwhelming, when you haven't really touched on it too much. When you try to put something together for it, it was kind of a daunting task. Like, oh my gosh, I've really missed a lot. I've missed a lot. I think the last strictly political show we did was maybe back in, this is December? Maybe October, I think. Maybe even September, really. So it's been a while since we really just hung out in politics. But we are going to do that very, very soon. There are a number of things that are going on with this administration. And things that, I'm curious as to what you think about what's going on and how the direction of the administration is going. Personally speaking, I like to give a school grade to the whole thing. I give the administration an A-, and maybe I might even downgrade that a little bit to an A. I'm just not seeing a lot of the things that we were promised. We still haven't seen the Epstein list, and I'm glad that there's something moving its way through the legislative process on this. But we still haven't seen the Epstein list. Still haven't seen anybody really, at least perp walked, if I could put it that way. You had Comey and Letitia James cases basically dismissed on technicalities. And, so now, of course, that's going through the appeal process. That's going to change. That could possibly change. But I would have liked to have seen Comey perp walked, wouldn't you? I mean, they did it to Roger Stone. They did it to, President Trump. They did it to a number of people. So I would like to see that, and I'm sure I'm not the only one thinking that. So I'm very disappointed with Pam Bondi as the Attorney General. I'm not thrilled at the moment with Kash Patel, and I'm sorry to say, even Dan Bongino. I have a great respect for Dan Bongino from his previous line of work in law enforcement, as well as a show host and his work with Fox News and such. I'm just very disappointed that all these things that we all talk so tough about before we actually get into the positions that you can actually do something about it. And now all of a sudden you're towing the company line, so to speak. So not too thrilled with that. I know that the administration's constantly talking about the cost of living. Prices are down. Prices are down. I can't do a Trump, but there, I'd like to know where. I would. I would really like to know where. Like just as an example, for Thanksgiving, right? It's just me and my dogs, and I bought a couple of things just for the dogs. Really, I bought a turkey breast, not even a whole turkey, but a turkey breast and some side stuff to go with it, and nothing extravagant. Some stuffing, some cranberries, and all that stuff. Nothing crazy, and it was like almost $130, $130 just for that. I would like to know where prices are down. I saw something today in the headlines that talking about gas prices are down. Okay, great. Where? I'm still paying the same thing I was paying a couple months ago. Like to see some relief. We talked about these tariff checks that they wanted to put out there. Well, where are they? We still haven't seen them. And every time it comes up in the news, somebody says, "Well, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that." Well, it'd be nice. Talking about taxes, you talked about possibly, because of all the tariff revenue, eliminating the IRS. Well, let's see it. Let's do it. I think taxation is wrong on every level. So let's get rid of it then. You talked about it. You promised it. Well, you didn't promise it, but that was a campaign talking point. Well, let's do it. Let's do it. We're still involved with this Ukraine stuff. We're still involved with fighting wars over in the Middle East. We bombed Iran. Now we're taking action against Venezuela. In our own part of the world here. And I understand, the reasons that are being given for Venezuela, but why are we still involved over in the Middle East? Why are we still involved with Israel and their never-ending conflicts? I think it's time to just disengage from all that stuff. Like I'm not an isolationist, not by any sense of the word. Am I an isolationist? But I think we should be non-interventionist. I don't think we should be involved in all these things going on over in the Middle East. I don't think we should be sticking our fingers into anybody's business anywhere. We have enough troubles here at home that we need to take care of. We still have plenty of illegal immigrants here in this country, illegal aliens here in this country that need to be removed. We need to focus on that. We need to spend more time on that. And I know that ICE is doing a fantastic job in some very difficult circumstances. Local law enforcement as well now starting to get more on board. and helping out. But what's going on? Let's ramp this thing up. Public sentiment right now is in favor of, especially after the attack on the two National Guardsmen in D.C., where sadly one lost her life, 20 years old. Saw today that the second is in critical condition still. The administration was given a mandate by the people. You don't have much time left, to be quite honest. I said this, and you can go back and look at all my old shows and see, what I was talking about back then. There's not much time left. Why? Because we have midterms coming up. And if things aren't moving along as well as they should have been at this point, as far as the agenda that you set during your campaign, we wouldn't have to be concerning ourselves with the fact that, the Democrats might actually win the House back, might actually win the Senate back. And then what? And then you'll have 2 years of nonstop impeachments, investigations, everything in their power to force this administration to not focus on the things that they were supposed to be focusing on, but playing on the defensive all the time. So you have almost 1 year under the belt. You have midterms coming up in next year, 26. Got to get moving here. Got to get moving. All right, that's enough of the politics for now. We got to get to our sponsors here. So let me tell you about Podhome.fm. Folks, Podhome.fm is the most modern, easy-to-use podcast hosting platform on the market today. You can use it to publish your episodes, enhance your audio, automatically generate chapters, titles, transcripts, show notes, and even more than that. You can even put chapter art. You can podcast live, which is exactly what we're doing. We're streaming not only video, but we're streaming audio as well across the modern Podcast 2.0 apps and through our website. We have a beautiful media player that we were able to insert the HTML that Podhome provided, and we're streaming on our website, so you should check that out. One of these days I should, let me see if I could do it really quick here. Show you what I'm talking about. There we go. For those of you who are curious, if you have not checked out our website, well, here it is. And boom. There's our website. All right. Man, I gotta dye the beard, don't I? I let it go too long. But as you can see here, yeah, there's the media player right there. And it's got the little indicator right here that says live now. That means that this is being broadcast live. And we got this beautiful HTML from Podhome, and you can have it too. And as you can see, all our little thingies here. So check out the website, and you can listen to the live audio as well over there. All right. So another thing too about Podhome is that if you don't even have a website to do that, you could actually get a website through Podhome. And it'll have these features on there for you. You get everything that you need for one affordable monthly subscription of $15.99 a month. That's just $15.99 a month. And if you go to Podhome today, you check them out, sign up today, you get 30 days free. 30 days free to play with it, try it out, test it, give it a test run, do what you got to do with it, and then you get $15.99 a month after that and all these great features as well. And they're always adding something new. They just added something now for a monetization page that you can check out for your site. They changed some of the billing that you can do it yearly or monthly, however it is that suits you, whatever's best for you. Check them out. Podhome.fm. Podhome.fm. All right, folks. Energy is essential, incredibly essential. If we want to do anything that we do, and energy is essential. And TNE Energy makes it affordable and personal. More than 1 million customers across the U.S. trust TNE Energy to power their homes and earn free energy while referring their family and friends as well. So just head over to TNE.energy. That's TNE.energy. Explore all of the options that are available for you and your home today. All right. Also, don't forget, again, our website that you just saw, joeroos.com. joeroos.com. Let's see if I can pull it back up here super quickly and show you something. All right. joeroos.com. And you can go right up over here. There's a little pancake up there. You can click that, and you can go to the support page and click on that. And these are all the great ways you can support us. We have our donation tab here. You can do it through Stripe. You can donate crypto and all that great stuff. And then you have all the information here about our tiers, our executive producer, and associate producers. And we also have our link to the alexjonesstore.com/Joe, where you can get some great vitamins and supplements, which we'll talk about more of that at the end of the show, because I don't want to lose everybody here. But you see how easy it is? You could do that. And we would love to be able to get your support. You could also click this little thing here, and you can drop down that little contact section. And look at that. You can book yourself on the show, right? Or you can send us over a message. Plenty of ways to reach us, folks. Plenty of ways to reach us. And again, just to go back to the support page, just remember, this whole thing that we're doing with the support page, this is value for value. This is what we've been talking about. Value for value means if you've received anything of value from what we're putting out, we're asking you to return that value to us in the form of a donation. And that donation could be your time, your talent, your treasure. And again, we'll go into all those details much, much later on. And again, don't forget, open up the web form. I just showed it to you. It's really easy. Open up the web form. Send us over a message, a question, comment, care, concern, whatever's on your heart, whatever's on your mind, anything that you want to bring up to us. Even if you have a guest suggestion, maybe there's somebody that you'd like to try to get on the show for you, we'd be happy to try to do that. Or a particular subject that you'd like to discuss, we'd be happy to do that for you. So let's get in contact, all right? Drop a comment down below. However you can get us. We'd love to hear from everybody, so please make sure you do that and check out the website. All right, and like I said, we'll go into all of that stuff in a little more detail later on in the show. All right, well, I don't know if he's ready to go yet, but I'm going to bring him on in here. We have our guest tonight is Danny Mendoza, who's going to be talking to us a little bit about what's going on here locally with Eagle Pass PopCon. And let's bring up Danny here. And let's see. Hey, Danny, are you there, buddy?
Yo.
I see we're still talking to a little circle.
Yeah, but it has a 3 now.
I see that, yeah. Okay, great. What's going on, pal? How you doing?
Hey, not much. How's your Thanksgiving?
Oh, Thanksgiving was great, man. It was fantastic. I spent $130 on nothing.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. Beautiful thing. So, no, it was good. I worked the regular job, and then afterwards I came here and I bought a little turkey breast for like a 4-pound turkey breast. Now, ridiculous. These prices are crazy. Absolutely ridiculous. So I got a little 4-pound turkey breast. That was their dinner, and I had a bowl of cornflakes with a banana. So.
Oh, I should have invited you over there.
I wouldn't have come.
What? See, that actually leads me to the Popkins. The Poppins that you were talking about. That I actually hate them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't like them. But I had a question for you on that.
Mm-hmm.
What about those that expect you to pop in?
I don't do that. See, because
I know, but what I'm saying is like, if you get annoyed, I think those people get annoyed too for not popping in, which is weird.
Yeah, you know what? That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. No, I just, I never liked that. I was never like that either. I was always the one. The way I was raised was if you're gonna go visit, you make a phone call. You let them know that you're on your way. You don't just show up. And it's sometimes those little pop-ins are at the worst possible time.
No, I agree. No, but the reason I'm saying is because my family expects pop-ins, and I don't do those.
Are you hearing an echo?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take care of that. There you go.
Thank you.
That should be better.
Yeah, it was getting a little hard for me to speak.
Which would be like detrimental for you.
No, but yeah, that's what I was saying. The pop-ins, man. Like, I personally don't like them. I kind of hate them. But I have people that expect me to pop in. I'm like, yo, I don't do that either. That's why I
Yeah,
was like, it's kind of like a give and take. So I agree with you on that one.
yeah. Make a
But
phone call.
I was trying to get your mood up too, man, because I know Mondays is the beginning of the month. I know all the struggles. Everybody goes through them. I feel you. So, if you wanted to talk to me a little bit about politics, I don't want to, but I don't mind
No,
giving a
no,
little
no,
bit of
no,
two
no, no,
cents.
no. That wasn't the point that I was trying to make. I was gonna. I was planning on making that little discussion on Wednesday's show, but because, like I said earlier, I wasn't really planning on doing a show tonight. I was gonna I was just kind of gonna let today slide because just the type of day that I had, and the the camera just changed. That was weird.
No, you're good. You're good.
So so I wasn't really planning on doing a show because I just had so much stuff going on today. I just had no time to really do any show prep. So I was just going to let it go and then just pick up on Wednesday. But then you messaged me about coming on tonight to talk about PopCon, I'm sure. And
Well, I thought you had a schedule, so I was like, oh, maybe he's already booked. And when I saw that you did it, I was like, oh, well, then maybe I can jump in. I didn't know you were, taking the day off or
yeah, no,
something
no,
like
it's fine.
that. So,
It's fine. I was
but
still up. It was still up in the air at that point.
well,
I
good
was,
news is if you want to talk politics, I got the right people for you here coming up shortly. So
well,
I'm
we'll,
sending them
we'll,
your way.
we'll get into all of that in due time. So what do you got for us tonight, bud? What's cooking?
All right, so it's official now. The whole thing is already rolling. It's going to be like I said before, in the first time we were trying to create a mini Eagle Pass PopCon 3, due to the people asking for it, and we also believe there would be a small preview of the bigger show. So a lot of people were asking me recently, is this part of Eagle Pass PopCon? And yes, it is. So I'm actually saying it right now because a lot of people were like, yo, there's been some other little small ones, but we know that those weren't involved with you guys. Is this one involved with you guys? And I'm like, yes, this is literally us.
Okay.
So I'm out here saying it live right now. It is us. It's the first ever to do a little small version of it. It's like I said, it's supposed to be a small preview of the bigger one, but as it looks like, it's actually becoming a big thing in and of itself.
Well, that's good though,
So
isn't it?
yeah, I mean it is, but it wasn't what we intended it to be initially.
I guess you
But
got to be fluid with these things too, don't you?
oh yeah, yeah. No, you gotta roll with the punches on this. But in essence, if this becomes a pretty big one, it just makes our main show even bigger. So
So if this one grows and gets to the point, where it's far beyond what you expected, you're still going to do a full scale PopCon?
yeah, yeah. Well, no, because this one kind of sets us up for the bigger one.
Oh, okay.
Because on this one we don't bring in the big stars, so there's not enough room, believe it or not, there at the mall for having all these tables and stuff because they have a lot of rules and regulations.
Okay.
So,
They
but
have,
it's good.
but the
Uh-huh.
mall here has like no stores. So, I mean,
Well, I mean, unless we use one of their areas in there, but also, there's something with the look that we want to give to the PopCon.
okay.
So yeah, the mall. That's why I said it's a small preview of the bigger show. And I mean, the people were asking for it. They asked for it a lot. They said, "Hey, why don't you make a smaller one?" Because there's almost nothing happening in January.
Hmm.
So they were asking, "Hey, you can make one during that time frame." I was like, "It's because there's a lot that goes into making an event." And one of the big things is getting the people for it, getting the venue secured, all the insurances that go with it. There's a lot of expenses. So for us to create one at the beginning of the year and then one at the near the end of the year, or should I say kind of the middle of the year, it's kind of hard. So it was we went with what the market was saying. So the market asked for it. The people were like, "Yo, make one now, and then we'll still go to the bigger one." So I was like, "All right, we'll test it out." And so far, we've gotten really good reviews. So and it hasn't even started yet. So I was like, "Wow, that's very very hopeful."
Yeah. What's the date on that?
So this one's going to be January 31st,
Okay.
and it's going to be from open to close on the mall.
Nice.
Yeah. So and like I said, we already got the floor plan for it. We already got the kind of like the how the tables are going to be set. That's actually what we're doing now, and we already got a few sponsors there or vendors slash sponsors that said, you know what, count us in. And so what's great for them to do it now. So what we're doing is we're tying in the main event with the small preview of it. So if you commit to the main event, you get in on the small preview one for free, but you get the bigger tables too.
Okay.
So we give you, and you get the kind of the hot seat, the hot spots of the, for this new event that we have for the new layout. So it's going to be year-round advertising for our vendors slash sponsors, and marketing for them too. And so that's going to be like really big for them. Now, if they want to test it out, they can also test it out there. It's a smaller commitment, but you kind of get put at the end of the line. Because, I mean, the idea is, we want you to promote and support the bigger one.
Right. Well,
So,
kind of run us through if you can, because I know we did it the last time you were on when Ruben jumped on.
yeah.
But kind of run us through what we're going to be doing at this mini PopCon.
Yeah, so at this event, we're going to have professional cosplayers. They're all going to be dressed up professionally. These guys are, legitimate. They're the ones that you see when they go to, Comic-Con events and stuff like that. We're bringing those here.
Okay.
We're going to have one mini star guest. And when I say mini, it's like one of the smaller star guests. It's not going to be like an A-list or anything like that. But, it could be a wrestler. It could be a voice actor. It could be something like that. We're aiming for the wrestler, but like I said, you'll see whenever we get to the event who it's going to be. Because we actually got a lot. This is the part that I ended up realizing. I was like, holy crap, I can actually make a big one on this one. But, we don't want to get it like that. But we do want to give a taste of what the bigger one's going to be like. And it's just bringing in that vibe already. So the way we set it up I don't know if we just have a knack for it, or maybe I don't know, been around it for too long. I don't know, but the people are motivated and moved on it already. So, and we are marketing already, not only here, but also in Mexico. So we're getting both markets to come here to this mall.
Nice.
And yeah, it's actually, just by looking at it right now, it's going to be actually pretty packed. So, and we haven't even started advertising really on it. It's just been the word from the vendors and the previous people that we had on the other one, and it already sounds packed, man. So whenever this marketing ends up starting, which we're already starting this month, we literally started today. Reason why we asked you if we can jump on your show is to kind of tell all these vendors and all these people already, hey, this is the show. That's why I kind of had to tell you last second, and it was just because people were asking me, hey, is this thing true? Is this the real thing? Can we actually go this way? Is this y'all's? So I was like, all right, let me go out and say it. But yeah, we're also gonna have a preliminary costume contest. This is the first ever. So this is preliminaries for the main event. And we have 3 different, because we're gonna make it into an actual big thing at the main event. But it's gonna be kids that can come dressed up. 0 to 12, that's gonna be kids. 13 to 17 is gonna be teens, and then 18 plus is adults. So we have a little bit for everyone, and it encompasses everything. And the pro cosplayers will be the judge. So these pro cosplayers go to these actual tournament or contests, the real big ones, and they get judged on that. So they make their costumes by professional standards. So they will judge in according to those professional standards. And we wanted to bring that real live vibe to Eagle Pass. So that way, because we saw some crazy ones at this Eagle Pass PopCon too. The previous Eagle Pass PopCon, man, they brought some of these. We have some star gems here, man, that can do some cosplay here in Eagle Pass. So yeah. So we were like, hey, we're trying to bring that out, and give them their due diligence, give them their due. So they are going to be able to win some prizes. We are making prizes there, and they are automatically in for the main event costume contest, which is the one that's going to be at the Eagle Pass PopCon.
That's great. Now, is this open to the public, or is this a paid admission or tickets?
Oh
or
no, we like I said, it's a small preview of the bigger one, so we keep it free admission for everyone.
All right, but for the main PopCon, it's you actually have an admission for it.
No, it's free too.
Well,
yeah, yeah. I know this is why the people loved it the first year we made it, and it said it wasn't it couldn't be done. But I know we had that conversation on your previous one, but we had it done, and so we're doing this the exact same way. It benefits the vendors. It benefits big corporate businesses that partner up with us. It benefits our marketing company too, because that's what kind of the Eagle Pass PopCon was designed to become, was marketing for vendors and businesses and giving back to the community. And it's what we do: give the best show that Eagle Pass is able to offer with all its vendors and all of us backing them up. And that's kind of what it is. So, which kind of leads to the next thing, which is so not only do we have our pro cosplayers, we have our mini star guests. We're gonna have that costume contest. We will have our vendors there too.
Okay.
Kind of like a vendor bonanza happening there. We're gonna have one of them that already qualified for it, and they already jumped on board. Was Peter Piper Pizza. So they're gonna bring in Rocky there. They're gonna give out some great marketing, some great coupons, free pizza, that sort of stuff. So people might want to be there for that. They always do it at our other event, so they're gonna do it there. And I think tomorrow we make the video drop for them. If not, it'll be probably on Wednesday. But they became a Black Card member with us. They're one of our grandfather ones. There was one of the first ones that helped us on the very first one, and they loved the second one. And they're like, "Hey, we're in it for the third one." We told them about the mall. They're like, "You can count us in." Like that was like a no blink answer from the general manager there. So also we have some of our main ones that came to the other ones. They're already locked in their rate, and they're already locked in for this one. Mask. So they're the ones that do face painting.
Okay.
They've been at our first two events, so you could just imagine with the cosplayers here, and then we're going to have face painting there. That's going to be pretty awesome for the kids and the adults. We also have Forever Bead Art and More. They've been to our first one and second one, so they make great bead designs on, comics, video games, anything that you can think of. And they're going to be there too. They're going to have their tent there. We also have Blue Bonnet Bakery, so they're going to be able to be there. So we're going to have some great little, cupcakes that are designed as part of the event, or little anything that deals like pastries that deal with that. We also have Figures and Anime Shop. They have anime figurines that are part of the Comic-Con events. They've been there the first and second year, so they're going to be there too. And there's a few other ones that actually want to join in. So right now I'm gonna give it a big old shout out because we're currently talking with them. But Wonderland Toys, they own one downtown. They own a shop downtown. They own one there actually in the mall too. And then they have a snack called Wonderland Snacks, I believe. And so they might be joining the fray here shortly. And believe it or not, Gaddy's Pizza from Del Rio.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually in current talks with them to see, if they can bring in their mascot. They actually have a mascot. I didn't know that. They showed it to me. I was like, oh, wow, that would be actually pretty awesome to bring. Because that's the idea of the PopCon, by the way. The idea is to bring in these vendors, big vendors, small vendors of any sizes. That's why we made it a vendor/sponsor, because, some of these bigger entities can do it and these smaller ones can't. So we mixed it together so that way it's fair play to anyone that wants to give it a shot.
That sounds great, but and it's always good to kind of rehash some of the things that we've talked about on the other show, because we have listeners that may not have heard all the things that were being offered, and so this is good information to get out to them, and it's fantastic. But my main question though for you is, are you going to dress up like the furry Batman?
No. So I keep saying that's not me, and I'm just gonna keep telling you no.
All right. Well, I did send you that graphic. I used, so for the folks listening, after the show, we kind of kept the whole thing going for a little bit here. So I sent him an AI generated furry Batman. He's lucky. Danny's lucky that I did not have a clear picture of him at that moment, because I would have probably inserted his face into the furry Batman and then used that for his logo instead of the PopCon 3 here.
No,
But
it's actually good banter, and this, Joe. I like banter. So
yes.
You and Ruben are really good at bantering. So, but then I've always, I'm a gamer, bro. So you don't want to go.
I thought you were going to say something else there, buddy.
Yeah. No. No. Far from that, sir.
But that would
Far
just
from
go in
that,
line with
Joe.
the furry outfit. So
No. Far from that. Far from that.
yes,
But
yes.
I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. No, but so yeah, and at the event there, once everything's said and done, we're gonna make our big announcement of the main event for EP PopCon 3, which includes the date, the time, and our main star guest that we're gonna have
Which
at
was what?
the EP PopCon 3. That's gonna be like the final thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna make the big. They're at the mini Eagle Pass PopCon 3. We're gonna do the announcement of the main event for EP PopCon 3. So we're gonna say the date, the time, the location, and our star guest that's gonna be at EP PopCon 3.
See, it just went right over your head.
Yeah, no. You said it. I keep trying to like ignore it.
I've been
You
trying.
like I said, I know you've been trying to catch me on it, but I keep dodging it.
You'll slip. You'll slip. We still have,
Sooner or later, yeah.
we still have a couple more weeks before the event takes place. So I'm sure between now and the end of January, you're going to be on the show again at least another 2 or 3 times. So we'll continue.
I'll have a banter at that time. Don't worry. I think when we get a little more warmed up with the audience, I think they'll like it.
Oh, my audience is great, man. I love my audience. They're the best. They really are.
No, I know.
They put up with me, so they have to be.
Joe, you're a good guy, Joe. That's why I like you too, man.
Well, listen.
Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you. I know you're. I don't know how much your base knows about this, but man, that sauce was legit, bro. I loved it. That spicy tang you gave at it in the end. That was really good.
I made another one yesterday, and I did it slightly different. So.
Oh man, no, I wanted that one. The one. Now, obviously, I like it really spicy. My kids are like, "Ooh, it is spicy." Like, this is not spicy. I was like, "This is like perfect flavoring." It's
balanced. So,
Yeah,
so folks, what Danny's talking about is I mean, the audience knows that I cook, and so I had made some sauce, for pasta. We call it back home. We call it sugo. So I made this, and I made plenty of extra. So I jarred a lot of it, and I gave Danny a jar of it, and asked him for his honest opinion on it. And so that's what he's talking about. And I made another one yesterday. I was just kind of in the mood to do it, and I did it, but I did like a basic meat sauce. So I added some sausage and some ground beef, and so it's really nice. It was very, very thick, very, very filling, and so that was really nice. I ended up finishing the whole thing myself, but
What's delicious, bro? You got a knack for that. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say you're a pro at that already.
Thank you, sir. And I also gave you some rub, right? For the calm down. All right, calm down.
You started with the furry jokes.
I heard your furriness peak up there when I said the rub, but
I kind of figured you were gonna say.
I was going to say a meat rub, but it's for your steaks. I gave you I gave you as much as you try to make this not sound horrible, it sounds horrible because I gave you a dry rub.
Well, I mean, a wet rub's good too.
I know. Oh man, we are degrading really rapidly here.
Yeah,
so anyway, I made some spice for your steaks.
Keep it coming, Joe. Keep it coming, bro.
And so, did you ever use it? I don't remember if you told me.
No, yes. Yours was actually really good, believe it or not. It was very. I keep saying this about your food. There's a lot of finesse in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am a big aficionado when it comes down to steaks. I love filet mignon. Like I said, Appo's Bakery that was open here, they had creme brulee. I think I told you a little bit about. Yeah, I know. That's unheard of here in Eagle Pass. So
I know.
They're about to reopen, by the way.
Bunch of heathens over here.
they're about to
uncivilized.
Civilized apes. So they're about to reopen, by the way, and I want to bring them on the golden box so they can talk about how hard it is to build a business, no matter where you're at. because he had already some instances on that, and that kind of tests your grit in business. And you know this, Joe. You know how hard it is.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, no, bro, yours is one of the top tier ones that I've actually tasted.
Well, I appreciate it.
So, yeah, so I wanna be able to give you props on that.
All right. Well, we'll talk marketing at some point, and we'll try to get it. We'll try to get the stuff jarred up. People, a lot of people have told me that I should be bottling my stuff here and selling it. But we'll figure that out at some point. I think we lost Danny for a second here.
Yeah, the dogs are acting up. So.
Oh, that's okay. That's mine act up all the time too. So so we got a comment here from somebody watching on YouTube. So what is this show about? This show is about anything and everything. That's what this show is about. Generally we talk to generally it's an interview show. We have a lot of guests that pop on here, and we have usually writers, authors, if you like. A wide variety. We've hosted paranormal investigators. We've hosted theologians. We've hosted Nobel Peace Prize nominees. We've hosted local folks getting involved in community here down in Eagle Pass. And no, I am not an author myself. Thank God. You should be happy that I'm not an author myself, because I don't know what I would write, to be honest with you. But we cover a lot of ground, a lot of different things. We talk politics from time to time, news, current events. We cover the full gambit. So it's like I said, it's an anything and everything type of show. And I do appreciate you watching. Thank you very much for that. Please continue. Of course. Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't we want you to watch? It's great to have you. I don't know. Danny, do you see the comments?
I don't think so. No, I just see studio chat. I don't see the rest.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh wait,
So-
hold on. Let me see. Yeah, no, I don't see it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
So yeah, we do like people in California, so it's okay. You can come on over. Well, I see, like you just answered my question. Yeah, I'm not from Texas originally, though, my friend. So don't worry about it. Yeah. So that's what this show is all about. So we like to just shoot the breeze from time to time with our guests. Now, our guest tonight again is Danny Mendoza, and Danny is the president of the Eagle Pass PopCon. So they'll be setting up Eagle Pass PopCon 3, which is coming up. I think. What did you say it was going to be again?
It's going to be January 31st.
Oh no, the other one, the main one you were talking about.
Oh, the main one. Yeah, you're trying to catch me again.
Yeah, try to catch you again. All right. So Danny, why don't you give a little recap here for our friend in California who's who may have missed it, what we were talking about earlier. Eagle Pass PopCon 3. We had some great success with previous PopCons that you've hosted, and we're looking to do it again. Correct?
Yeah, we're going to be doing it in the mall this time, and it's a small version of the big one. It's like a preview to the big one. A lot of big Comic Cons do something like that, and that's kind of what we're copying. We're trying to bring that natural feel, we're the genuine feel of those that can't get out of Eagle Pass to go to these Comic Cons. So we want to create exactly that here, so we can be one of the biggest ones in the South Texas area, because it's like 2 hours from here to anything. So anything at least that's gonna be really good is what I'm saying. Like anything.
We're like 2.5 hours away from San Antonio. We're 4 hours or so from Austin, and it just increases exponentially from there. So
yeah. So that's why we're creating that. And then so if these vendors / sponsors want to be part of it, we do have a special right now at the moment. It's the 80% off. It's only for one of each, because I can't do all of them. But this is like our Black Friday sort of thing. It's one for each member. So we have 80% off of one black card member, one emerald card member, one platinum, one gold, and one silver. The bronze is already taken. The bronze was taken so quickly. So we got these, and then we also have our grandfather rates for the previous people that were with us, like Peters, for example, jumped on it immediately. Those still stay in play. So grandfather rates are the ones that helped us in the very first EP PopCon. So they helped us build it up from the ground up. They got a really huge discounted price. Well, as long as they keep supporting us every year, which they have been, but not all of them, I want to say like 90% were able to keep supporting us. They keep that rate. So they don't have to worry about, increasing rates or anything like that. because these cons, they keep getting bigger. So, and the rates, they're not staying the same because our audience keeps getting also larger. So the idea is, you want to lock in these rates now. You literally get year-round advertising from us. Peters is about to start theirs, so they can kind of see what the Black Card members get. And a few of our other grandfather Black Card members are already starting. So the idea is you're going to get to see all these things play out throughout the year. And that's one way that you can support DP PopCon, also be part of it. If you become one of these deals that we have right now, one of these sponsors vendors, you get into the mall for free.
Okay.
So we won't charge you, and you get one of the hotter, tables that we have on there.
Awesome.
So yeah, and
So
then
we have a question. We have a question here from YouTube. I'm going to put it up on the screen so you can see it. I think this is directed to you, not to me, because I don't sell
okay,
any.
okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, we sell action figures. Yeah, we do. There's a lot of action figures that we sell on there. Like I said, one of them that already locked in. They are called Figures and Anime Shop. So they have some really nice. In fact, you can see them on our. If you follow me on Instagram and you scroll down a little bit, you can see it on our review video of the second EP PopCon that we had. So and you'll see him there. He was actually on the first one and the second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So yeah, and he's only one of many. We actually have a few other ones. But if you want to sell at the mall or you want to be a vendor, then you can always be part of it and sell your own. We do need some more unique ones. I heard from some of my I guess you could say regular EP PopCon people that go to the events. Some of the clients saying that they wanted something like original, like some that do the 3D printing. I don't know if you've seen those, Joe.
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually what they've been asking for, and I don't know any off of the top of my head. I would have to go look out for these vendors, but they want something like that. They want someone that can do 3D printing, that can do like dragons and that sort of stuff. So yeah, no, we do have that already, but obviously can always get better, and we are always looking for better inventory that we can have for our group. So like I said, right now our specials are for the first come first serve. It's like I said, Black Card. You can say Black Friday special, 80% off of any one of those memberships for our last year or New Year vendors. Like I said, grandfather's rates are way better than that. And right now, another way that you can support the EP PopCon is if any one of these vendors was deciding to just go solar with my energy company that literally backs up the EP PopCon, if they decide to go solar through us, they automatically get a Black Card membership. So just giving a heads up. You go solar with us, they can look us up on Facebook. You go solar with us, and you automatically get a Black Card membership. Just you can text me, message me, PM us. Anything works. And then just say you came from the Joe Ruse show.
Yeah,
And,
because that's your promo code right there.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I got them. Yeah, that is their promo code. As soon as they say that, they get that special in, and yeah, we get to rocking and rolling. By the way, also another way that you can support is just if you need regular energy for your home at a discounted rate, or if you have a commercial building or anything like that, we can help out with that. We've helped out a lot of them here in Eagle Pass, outside of Eagle Pass, Jersey Mike's. They run through us. All the ones in Central Texas. They have about 12 stores. We also service apartment buildings. We have some in Central Texas. Like I said, we do solar all over Texas and even outside of Texas. And then regular energy, we service everything too. Anywhere from Texas and outside Texas. And Joe, you know that part. So anything that helps out my energy company literally supports the EP PopCon, or you can just support it directly. Like I said, with these specials that we have in these deals. If you want to see all our sponsorship packages, just you can email us, PM us, text us, or anything like that, and we'd help out.
Danny, we have another question for you.
Yeah, go for it.
How did for the folks listening on the audio stream? How did Danny start this whole thing? Is he the owner or the manager?
Yeah, I'm the president / owner, I guess you could say, and it started not the way you would think.
There's an origin story. All right, let's
yeah.
hear it.
Well,
Let
oh
me
my
let me let me
God.
let me let me get comfortable here and sit back and
Oh my goodness. Okay,
see.
so
I'm wearing pants tonight, Danny, so we're good.
okay, good. Uh, not like before, right?
Usually I'm in a
So
thong, so
yeah, okay, I get it. Oh, that's good. That's good. I guess high confidence there. So this started. It was planned for a while, but we never got the opportunity to use the building we wanted, which was the ITC. We wanted to use that one. Um, yes, correct. Yeah, I do run. Yeah, correct. And I do use the revenue to. It's not only that one; it's for any type of energy, but it's mainly that one. That one funds most of the stuff that we do for our PopCon, because the revenues that we get from solar are really good, and it's enough for us to move big things around.
okay, for the
Reinvest it back
folks,
into the.
Danny,
Yeah.
sorry, for the folks on the audio stream. See, this is why you got to watch. All right, you got to watch. So the question is, so you own a business for solar and you use the revenue from it to run this PopCon. So that's what the question is Danny's asking.
Yeah. We treated it initially. It started as a marketing strategy. That's what EP Popcorn was, and it was to give back to the people because we literally give back to the people. We don't charge an admission fee for them to go in. The idea is, people don't really want to talk about energy, but you make a big event and they're like, "Hey, what do you do?" That's kind of what we ended up realizing, so we ran with that. And it's great marketing, great PR, great advertisement for any company that does it. At the same time, the people love it, so they win out of it too. It's a win-win for everyone. But we initially started it off because of that. We were trying to uh, create more awareness of solar. And one of my buddies was like, "Hey, remember that?" And I have a bunch of contacts around Texas where we actually partner up with one of the bigger ones in Central Texas. They bring in about 45,000 people to their event. And they're actually called the Bell County Comic Con. So they're really good at what they do, and I want to say one of the best in Central Texas. And so they were like, "Hey, why don't you, now that you have excess amount of capital," they were like, "Why don't you do something like that?" I say, "Well, they have to lend us the venue first," and they were like, "Well, it, there was kind of some issues happening here in the city where they didn't want to do that." Because of another event that happened that kind of bombed that same year. But I had enough good business partners to get them to say, "Hey, you know what? Let's give it a shot." And there was a lot riding on that first one. So thank God I had good business partners and that I had kind of helped out in some of these other bigger events. This one's, I don't want to say it's small compared to these bigger events, but it kind of is. But it's the biggest thing here in Eagle Pass. So from a perspective point of view, it's a big fish in a small pond. So that's kind of how we started off with the first one, and it was scary, man. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even know if I was gonna make any of that money back. That's kind of writing it off. Is what I was doing. But the city did back me up after that. We actually like tripled our investment, and from there it just grew. And to be honest, I wouldn't have done it again if it wasn't what was not planned that happened. That's really kind of what motivated us to do the second one, because there was a lot of issues with the first one. There was actually a lot of problems, and I had to spend a lot of working hours to finish that first one. But when the kids started, that was really it, man. When you see the impact it did to the people, not only the kids, it was insane. I was like, whoa, that was not what we had intended. And it impacted them in a positive way. So that's literally what made us create the second one. And from there on, we saw the effect it had on the second one and we did the third one. So that's the only reason. That's actually, besides the marketing and the business side are great. It is great for businesses and vendors and the people, but it was what it did to the people, the young ones to the old ones. And there's nothing like seeing your movie actor come to life and then tell you, "Hey, you can do this too." There's nothing like it, man. I haven't seen anything like that motivates people to do good in a positive way.
I got you. So we had 2 more questions pop up from Joel Park. Let me see. I adjusted the setting for you, Danny, so you could see it on your
Okay.
end.
Yeah, I can see it now.
So, do you want to answer those?
Okay, so yeah, uh, yes and no. I wasn't a big aficionado of a lot of this stuff, but like I did have action figurines. Like some of my favorite ones were like Gundam Wing. I don't know if you know that. That's like really old. But Death Side was my figurines. I love those. They look so cool to me. I still had one. My son would play with it, and every now and then I'll buy some figurines. Like, yes, I know Joe's gonna have a run at this one, but Batman figurines.
Of course.
That one's the yeah. That, I can't. You know, those are some of my favorite. I would actually like his. I like his Batmobile, the one from Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I
So
kind of like that
I
one
still
too.
like this.
Yeah, I wasn't too crazy about the Tumblr from the Christian Bale ones. I mean, it was cool, but I kind of like Michael Keaton's.
Yeah, well, those are like the type of figurines that I like the most. Um, and the Labubus.
Yeah,
They remind me of trolls of back then.
the
I
troll
think
doll.
it's yeah, the troll.
I'm
I
looking
think
it up right now because I'm not familiar with it, to be honest with you.
yeah, I think they're just the troll dolls. I think they just remade them and they just became popular again. So there's nothing wrong with them. People love them. Now, if you're asking if I have a Labubu's guy that sells stuff there, I don't think so. So if you know anybody or if you got somebody, I think that would be a pretty hot item for people there. So yeah, I know attention span. Yeah, it's changed. I want to say it's also for the good because there's so much information and data that you have to absorb. So, but there's also the bad on it because I mean you got to focus on stuff. Yeah, we I think we do need one that sells Labubus on there, and I'll be telling that to our vendors, and I know they'll appreciate this feedback, bro.
Yeah, that's great. So thank you, Joel. We appreciate it. If maybe if you want to, we can get you an email address, and we'll be able to put you guys into contact with each other, so you can
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, I can give you the email address right now. This is the one that we're using, and he can send me anything that if he wants to be one that sells there or not. But if you want to contact us, here's the email. I sent it to you on the studio chat, so you can send it to them. I guess I don't know how you would put it, Joe, but
No, I'm
here
gonna
it
do
is.
this.
Okay.
Let's see. Um,
Yeah, no, last time, man, last time we brought in Peter Dante. People came by from Dallas to see him. That was the first year. So that's a crazy story. And then the second year, we brought in Efren Ramirez, the Vote for Pedro guy. That was also kind of crazy story. And then this third year, we have something bigger planned. So people can, it would be worth making a big trip. And we also have a hotel exclusive here. So if you ever decide to come down, we do have special rates for our people.
all right. Well, I just put the we just put the email address up there for about a minute or so. So hopefully, Joel, you're able to get that. Maybe you can refer some folks over to us. Danny, another question for you coming in through YouTube. Let's put that up.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's awesome. That was very unexpected. When I saw them contact me, I was like, whoa, okay. I was like, it is doing what we wanted it to do, which is broaden out the market. And we kind of want to make it the hot spot for, like I said, South Texas, to where you get eyes now looking from the outside saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to make a trip to Eagle Pass, which is crazy. I would have never said that. That's kind of like that's the thought process because all these, believe it or not, all these corporate sponsors and local vendors benefit from it. They do. A local vendor would never get a shot at somebody from California or, let's say Michigan or even visitors from other states. Because at this other EP PopCon too, we had visitors from Michigan, but they were staying at our exclusive hotel and they saw our cosplayers and they're like, "Hey, where are they going?" That's kind of,
Nice.
and yeah, and then they were like, "Oh, it's free. I'm going," and that's kind of how it works.
The unintended guests. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's the point because we make a it's fun entertainment, fun family entertainment, and it's something that Eagle Pass is missing. That was another reason why we did it too. We heard the people, and they're like, "Hey, there's nothing here for family fun entertainment."
Right.
So now we got two shows, one at the beginning of the year, and then one in the middle / end of the year. I'm not gonna say the date because I know you've been trying to get at me. That has to wait till
We'll get it.
the mini PopCon.
I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get it from you.
Thank you for these questions, by the way. That's awesome. The interest on it.
Yeah, I really appreciate the comments from the audience tonight. This is great. It really adds a nice little level to the whole show when we get more interaction from the audience. So we appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, no, man. And like I said, you can support us by asking for sponsorship packages for vendors. We are going to have a specific sponsorship package just for advertising. Like you won't have a booth in the area. So we're currently working on that. We should have it finished by the end of this week. And then this is the one that I wanted to say: support Joe.
Appreciate that.
I need this man working like this. I know he doesn't want to, but I need him.
I didn't want to.
You were tired. I need you help
tonight. Yes,
tonight. We need you to support Joe.
Yes, Joel. It is. Eagle Pass is a border town. Yes.
Yeah. See, there you go. That's what this EP PopCon was supposed to do. Bring eyes like that. And Joe, your what's it called? Your podcast does do that. And I kept telling people here, it's one of the ones that kind of has a great outreach, like a very great outreach.
Appreciate it. Especially if you're watching on Rumble, because we have a bigger audience on Rumble than anywhere else. So, as far as views, videos, our audio's much better. So
no, there's Joe. If they, like I said, if they end up going through here to us, we're gonna give donations to you. I need you to have better mics. I need you to have all these other good things.
Better mics. I do, man. I invested a lot of money in my mics.
No, I'm talking for like 2 people there at the location.
Oh well, yeah. We gotta get that re-straightened.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. I want you to have your own little studio too, like an actual legitimate one.
I have a studio.
I know about your studio. You know what I mean. I want you big, Joe. I want you big, Joe. You know what I mean.
Dude, hey, watch your mouth there, buddy. I don't know, man. I'm starting to wonder about you, my friend.
All this furry talk.
Exactly. Thank you, Joel. I appreciate that. Thank you. Wow, this is spinning out of control very quickly.
No, that's the point. That's the point. You were ever a physics teacher, Jeff?
Me? No. I was never a physics teacher. No, not at all. Physics was not exactly my strong point. I was more of a bio guy. Actually when I was in school, I studied of all things. I studied marine biology, and it was quite interesting. I'll never forget it either because I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, but I had a lot of things going on. This was back in like high school, like senior year high school. And we had to take these exams. They used to call them regents. I don't know what they call them anymore, but they were state exams, and you needed to pass the regents in order to pass the class, so you can get that additional like sticker or stamp or something on your diploma saying that it was a regents diploma. Like ooh, big deal. And I had my marine bio teacher told me that there was absolutely no way I was going to pass the regents, and if I didn't pass the regents, I wasn't going to pass the class, and wouldn't mess up my whole thing. And the reason was because I had a lot of stuff happen in that year. My grandfather passed away, and I missed some school for that, and it was just a tough year for me. And I remember I took the regents, and I scored a 96 on the regents.
Ooh.
And she had to pass me, and she was so miserable. Now passing grade back then when I was in school in New York, it was 70. That was the passing grade. That's what the bitch gave me.
That's hate. That sounds like 70. Hate.
Mrs. Kerner, I'll never forget her, Mrs. Kerner.
Well, look, Joe, I'm gonna do this right now because we have the golden box, right? Which I already have a few lined up for you to talk on Saturday mornings on the golden box.
Yes, sir.
But
actually, well, I'll talk to you after the show.
Okay. So, well, just let me know when you have the golden box because what we're doing now is obviously we want them to donate to you. But let's say any one of the if they use your code and they say your show that's where they heard this from the special anything that's platinum, emerald, or black, we will give you 10%
Awesome.
to your show since you guys are working with us with the golden box. Like,
Beautiful.
because some of these businesses need to have their voice heard. So and it starts as of right now. This was the special one that I wanted to tell people about. This is why I want them watching your show and supporting you because it's a there's not many places here in Eagle Pass that produce such great content. So, and that's like, unbiased, natural talk, real good, honest to God talk.
Appreciate it.
So you're one of those shows here, Joe.
Outstanding. I like that. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm going to clip that, and
Clip it.
we're gonna do promos with that.
There you go. There you go. That's how you do it.
We'll do what do they call them, trailers now? We'll do some trailers with those. That's great. No, I appreciate it. No, seriously though, I do appreciate that. We're trying. We're doing our best, and it's like it's hard to do because I do work a 40-hour job.
Yeah.
And got a lot of swirling things going on around. Like everybody does. Everybody has their thing, and then to do 3 nights a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then do the one-offs on Saturdays, and then do the show on Sunday. So I'm doing shows like 5, sometimes 6 nights a week. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. Somebody's hungry over there, huh?
Yeah, I know. They're kind of like your doggies. That's why I say I understood you.
Yeah, well, that's any minute now. Charlie's going to be at the studio door, letting me know that it's time to eat. So, because he usually pops up here at usually about 30 minutes before the end of the show. So that's it. I'm waiting for him. So Joel, what do I do for work? I work in a nursing facility here in Eagle Pass, and I take care of facility maintenance and life safety. So it's well. Listen, Danny, this stuff is great, man, and I'm really happy to be a part of the whole thing, and I'm looking forward to actually showing up there at the mini version of the Eagle Pass PopCon.
Oh
And,
yeah, that's their big announcement. I was saying you're our MC now too.
what?
Yeah, you're number 2 MC. Remember, next to Ruben.
I
We're
did.
gonna have 2 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look,
We're making a video of you here shortly. I didn't tell you that part either.
no, you didn't. Well, thank you for telling me now. I guess I'm gonna have to go dye the beard and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, you gotta look good, man, because your voice is good.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, no, believe it or not, that is a skill. You know that, right?
Well, no,
it's a talent and a skill.
It is. Yes, I went through many years of intense training for this.
There you go. I want to say it was trial and error and natural talent.
All right, you could listen. I'll send you the $20 later, right? You don't have to put on too much. All right. All right. But how did Danny find me? Danny was trying to sell me solar.
That is true. It was a recommendation from one of your family members, wasn't it?
My ex-father-in-law. Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes.
It was crazy how we met.
So yeah, it's wild, but but that's the way things work out sometimes. That's how fate works things out. So I guess let's see. Anything else for us, Danny? Because I think we're going to start to wrap it up. I got to do the closing here, and
yeah, no, I think that's it. Just to make sure that they know that we are still looking for vendors. We're not going to have a huge number of vendors, but those that want in, they got a special chance right now. And then right now, if they support us, they support you too. So, and that'll be obviously throughout the whole year. But for these special 80% off rates, yeah, I'm only giving away one from each. And like I said, the bronze one got taken, but we still got one from each on the other ones. And the grandfather's rates, obviously they don't get the 80% because that'd be crazy. But they already have a few grandfather rates that already went in. We might end up making a special grandfather rate here shortly because to give one of our bronze or all the way up to gold members an opportunity to become, one of the VIP vendors. So we might make a special one here coming up shortly. And like I said, if you go solar, you automatically get a black card membership from us if you're a vendor or a sponsor. And then we will.
Wasn't that an Austin Powers movie?
Well, gold, yeah, gold member.
Gold member?
Yeah, but this one's black card member. Yeah, this one's like a black card. But yeah, and like I said, as long as they donate and they use your show, they tell us that, or they become a sponsor and they use your show as a, hey, this is where I heard it from. You'll get that 10%
Awesome.
on there. So, and you'll see it. I know you're gonna love it once you see it.
Sure will.
So,
It'd be nice. It would be nice, sir. It would be nice. All righty. Danny Mendoza Jr. Thank you for being on the show tonight. Really appreciate all the information. Folks, make sure you check out the Eagle Pass PopCon 3 coming up in January 31st, right here at the mall over at I don't even know how you say it.
It's Mall de las Águilas.
Yeah, there you go.
Mall de las Águilas. Yeah.
Yeah, what he said. All right.
EP Mall. You can just say EP Mall.
Eagle Pass Mall. Eagle Pass
go.
Mall right here in beautiful, sunny downtown Eagle Pass.
Oh, before that, yeah, let me give a shout out to Pat. He's the GM for the Eagle Pass Mall de las Águilas. So I'm giving a big old shout out to him because he actually has been watching us for a while and he's been wanting to be a part of it. He actually wanted me to host the main event there. So, but I told him, I said, it has to be very consistent. I have to have a very consistent a venue there. So I was like, hey, this is why we also looked at the ITC. There's also a specific look that we wanted. So nothing bad with the mall. It's a great place. But I'm just saying, like, I have to give him a big old shout out because he still reached out to us and still said, hey, you know what? We're in on this. We've been wanting this for a while. So I got a big old shout out to Pat. And you'll be seeing us collaborating maybe more than one event, by the way. Maybe not just the Eagle Pass PopCon. We might have other events. And then at the event, we are still doing that tribute to our vets. So most people don't know, but we're big supporters of our vets.
And you should be. You should be.
Yep.
We owe everything we have to the veterans.
Oh, that was another thing. Yeah, Eagle Pass was founded on. You were talking about politics. Eagle Pass was founded as a military point.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it was supposed to be to stop our post-traumatic stress of getting attacked. You don't remember the Alamo? Because I think everybody still remembers.
Right? What's the name of the fort that's downtown by the bridge?
I think it's Fort Duncan, isn't it?
It's Fort Duncan, that's correct. Yes.
Yeah, it's Fort Duncan. Yeah, and then I'm gonna toss in my 2 cents on this. Okay, I don't want to make this any longer, but I gotta toss in my 2 cents because you were talking about taxes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not supposed to have taxes. That's the whole entire point of why we fought, the British.
Listen,
no taxes. Yeah.
No, it wasn't no taxes. They did have taxes, but the colonists revolted over a 3 cent tax on tea. So, or 3% tax on tea. Now you're being taxed at almost 33%, and nobody says a freaking word about it.
But that's what I said. Like, ultimately, we were kind of founded on, hey, we don't like those things.
Yes.
And then in the Middle East, you know how you asked about the Middle East and the conflicts? This is my opinion on this. Okay. But the Middle East and all the conflicts that happen there, man, it's because they haven't moved forward on their civilization. It causes problems for everyone. We already have also PTSD from that, remember? Mm-hmm. We didn't do anything to the Germans. We are still traumatized from all this stuff. So we got to go in there and say, yo, are you guys playing nice? We can't handle another one of these things. we don't want this craziness. We just want everybody to play fair and play right. And that's it. So to be honest, I'm being straight up.
Policeman.
Unfortunately, the responsibility falls upon us. We have the biggest stick. And then they ask us to, man. It's kind of hard to be like, yo, bro, take care of your own stuff when they're like, hey, can you help us? We don't even have any money over here. And it's like, hard.
It's like Dr. Evil says, how about no?
But then we would be considered evil, bro. Look, I see it as a damn if you do, damn if you don't. There's no win scenario on this because anytime there's bad people, you never get a winning scenario. There's always a bad outcome. And it's either we wait for it to get really big where we are forced to do something, or we keep it squalled right now before it ever even gets big. And I'm not saying that all the deals we did were not corrupt. I'm just saying that's the overall idea. Mm-hmm. And like I said, that's my opinion. I don't know if that's true, but it's like PTSD, man. If we did it here in Eagle Pass was literally created out of post-traumatic, out of PTSD too. Remember the Alamo? I'm telling you, man, it's the same thing. For these guys have to grow out of their old ways. They have to move forward. They don't do it. They don't do it, and it causes issues. This is they still have wars without us. Supposedly, I think their wars have been what, over 2,000 years. That's without us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
They've been
that
at it.
means
Well, actually, they've been at it for longer than that.
okay, that means that their way of thinking does not work. Yet they do not switch it, so it causes
Right, but
ripples.
then we get into these conflicts over there, Danny. We get into these conflicts over there. Then we import them here, and they bring that personality, that if you want to call it a culture, that mindset. They bring it here, and then they start turning here into the shithole that they left from.
Well, very valid point, but that's why it's also our job to say, "Yo, bro, we don't do that here."
That's
I
why
know you're used to that over there, but we don't do that here.
That's why I'm also very much in favor of what President Trump is looking to do and putting a moratorium on all third world immigration.
Yeah, well, just remember, there's also peace over there right now, currently. So, but we just have to put our hand on there. It's just like like a father figure. Your kids are fighting, and you're like, "Yo, don't fight." And sometimes you just got to be there looking at them.
Yeah, but no, but I don't know.
I mean, because
All right.
they're kind of kids on that. But yeah, that's why I say we can obviously talk on that too.
We'll save this one. This is a good talk. We'll save this for another time. We're going to wrap it up here. All right, Danny, thank you so much again for being here tonight. Really do appreciate you. And don't forget, folks, Eagle Pass PopCon 3 at the Eagle Pass Mall on January the 31st, from opening to closing of the mall. So make sure you're there and check them out, and we'll see you there. But Danny, you'll be on before that, obviously, again. So we'll be able to keep on reminding folks about it. All right, Danny, where can we find more information about your work? What you doing, sir?
So you can follow me on Instagram, Danny D. Mendoza Jr. You can follow our actual webpage, or not webpage, our actual Instagram for EP PopCon, which is just EP PopCon. You can follow us on Facebook, also with Danny D. Mendoza Jr., or TNE Energy on Facebook, or EP PopCon on Facebook. All these things will be activated this week, so you guys can start seeing everything already. And then we are making an EP PopCon website. So that should be up and active here maybe at the end of this month or at the beginning of January.
My advice on that, honestly, is try to get it done as soon as you can. Don't wait until just a few weeks before the event. Try to do it earlier than that, if you can.
Oh, well, I mean, like I said, this mini one, like I said, that's why it's the mini EP PopCon, because it's not really, it sounds weird that I say we don't expect a lot of people, but there are already going a lot of people there. But what we really want this website up and running for is the main event in later. Before I say it. Good segue, by the way, Joe. Good segue.
I was trying.
I almost said it again.
Almost got there. Almost. But it's like my grandfather used to say, the almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
That's true. Oh, and then you can post our email. They can send us email for info. They can, like I said, post messages on any of those platforms. And then you'll be able to see my phone number on there too. So they can always text me.
All right. Outstanding. All right. Danny Mendoza, again, thank you. Appreciate it. And look forward to talking to you a little bit later on. I'll text you after the show with the information for the Saturday dates. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
All right. You got it, buddy. Thank you again. Appreciate it. All right, folks. Danny Mendoza. A lot of great stuff going on. Eagle Pass PopCon 3. It's going to be a great event. It has been a great event in the past, and it's going to be a great event going forward here too. And we're excited to be a part of that. So again, we just appreciate Danny coming on and giving us the updates. All right, folks. Pro HVAC R Solutions. Over 30 years of expertise in providing premier HVAC sales and repair services, specializing in both residential and commercial installations. Pro HVAC's team of skilled technicians is dedicated to providing efficient heating, ventilation, and air conditioning solutions for your home or your business with a focus on quality, workmanship, and customer satisfaction. Pro HVAC Solutions ensures your comfort all year round. Contact Pro HVAC R Solutions today for reliable HVAC services tailored to your needs. Just visit prohvacsolutions.com, prohvacsolutions.com. Link is up there on the website, on the screen. So I'm thinking about websites. All right. Folks, just want to give you some updates here and some information on upcoming things. Don't forget, head over to the website, joeroos.com, joeroos.com. When you get there, look for the programming announcements email sign up thing. It's a little drop down window that's going to come up on the screen when you first get to the homepage. Check them out, and if you can, sign up for it. We really would appreciate that. We're looking to build this email list. This way we can get more people informed about what exactly it is that we're doing with the show when it comes to programming and scheduling and guests and all that great stuff. So make sure you head out to the website, joeroos.com, and sign up for the programming announcements email list. Look, it's free, which means it don't cost you nothing. And we're not going to sell your information, not going to share your information. We're not going to give it away. We're not going to do anything with it. We're just going to send you updates for the show. I'm not even going to try to pitch coffee mugs for $80, all right, or anything like that. I'm just going to tell you just to make sure you're staying in tune with the show and what we're doing and where we're going. All right. Also, if you want to check out Podmatch, podmatch.com, you can check them out there. If you are a guest or looking to be a guest on a podcast, or maybe you're a podcast host yourself, Podmatch is a great platform to hook you up with quality guests. Now, most of our guests do come through Podmatch, and as a matter of fact, we have a couple of guests coming up this week, later this week, that we've connected through Podmatch in the past, and they're coming back on again. So try them out, podmatch.com. And if you haven't got an account, use my link. It's up there on your screen. Join podmatch.com/joeroos and get yourself hooked up on there. You never know. You might connect with me, and we might be able to do a show together. Be a lot of fun. All right. So podmatch.com, and to join podmatch.com/joeroos. All right. Now, also, I forgot to do it again. I should do it now. So don't forget also, we have an affiliate with thealexjonesstore.com. All right. And all you need to do is go to, let me get it here, the Alex. See, this is why it's good when you have somebody, working on the other end of the screen here to do it for you, but I don't have that. Look, I'm messing it all up. I'm not going to type it. The Alex Jones. I promise I'll do it for the next show. Okay, I'll have a link. thealexjonesstore.com/Joe. thealexjonesstore.com/Joe. Get yourself in on some of these great vitamins and supplements that Alex Jones Store keeps in stock, like the Ultra Methylene Blue, which is fantastic. I love taking that stuff. Since I've been taking it, it has led me to get off of a lot of the other medications and stuff that I've been taking, like the blood pressure medications and all that stuff. So, it's a great product. You need to try it. Ultra Methylene Blue, you've got to try it. What it does for me, it affects everybody a little bit differently. For me, what it does, it gives me a steady, calm energy throughout the course of the day. Like, I'm not all jittery, like, when you drink one of those energy drinks, you're not getting all jittery, you're not freaking out or anything like that. Some people say that they feel like they have tingling sensations throughout their body, their fingers and toes and all that great stuff. I don't get that. What I get is that steady, calm, almost like a meditative or a contemplative type of feeling about myself. And I find it very hard to not be doing something, but I'm not like crazy about it. I'm not like running around like I'm hopped up on something. The stuff is great. Ultra Methylene Blue is fantastic. Try it out. Also, you have the Ultimate Irish Sea Moss, which is a fantastic product. Fantastic. The Ultimate Irish Sea Moss is great, especially if you're dealing with thyroid issues. All right, it really does help with that. So try it out. The Ultra Irish Sea Moss. I'm getting stuffed. So try them out. I use the turmeric. I use so many of the products. And folks, honestly, I swear to you, I promise you this, if I wasn't taking these things and I didn't have success with them, I wouldn't be affiliated with them. All right. So try them out. thealexjonesstore.com/Joe, and get yourself some of these supplements. And remember, if you make a purchase using my referral link, 10% of your purchase gets invested right here in the show. So we appreciate that. And thank you so much for doing it. thealexjonesstore.com/Joe. Oh, and by the way, they're running a great sale right now. So you need to check it out. Like half off, buy one, get ones. I mean, just great stuff. thealexjonesstore.com/Joe. All right. And then what else we got? All right, coming up. I know I didn't have the schedule in front of me on the show yesterday, Sunday show, but I have it here now. So coming up Wednesday night, on Wednesday night show, 7 p.m. Central Time, We're going to have Russell Little, who's an author. He's going to be with us. We were going to have Russell on, I think it was last month, but there was a scheduling issue that came. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't a scheduling issue. The computers crashed here, and I wasn't able to get connected. So we had to reschedule him, and he's coming back on here. He'll be here with us Wednesday night, so we're looking forward to talking with Russell. And then in the second hour of the show, at the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to have Bob Lament. Now, Bob Lament, I don't know if you remember, but early on when we started using Podmatch, Bob Lament was one of our first guests, and he came on as a blue cat. So we're going to have the blue cat back on coming up on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, and I'm looking forward to it. I really enjoyed the conversation with Bob, and I'm excited about it. He has his own show. He's been doing it for many, many years, and the blue cat is his alter ego, I guess you could say. So make sure you check it out Wednesday night. And then Friday night, we have Robert Rosen, who is another author who's going to be with us, and he wrote 2 books that are really fascinating books, and subject matter what caught my attention to it because I grew up listening to the Beatles, and he wrote a book called Nowhere Man. There's a lot of stuff in the background on that, a lot of stuff on the background on it. So we're going to get into some of that stuff and talking about John Lennon and ironically, it's just a few days before the anniversary of his murder. So we're going to be talking to Robert Rosen on Friday, and then Saturday, I think we're going to be doing a show with somebody that Danny's going to refer us to, but I'll let you know about that probably Wednesday or Friday on one of those 2 shows once we get everything ironed out. And then, of course, we have our Sunday show, the Bible Study Sunday, on Sunday afternoon. All right, so we got a lot of stuff going on. We got a packed schedule coming up. It's going to be busy going forward here. So let's make sure we get here and check out the show as frequently as we are on. Okay. And if you want to follow us on our socials, Twitter or Twix, Joe Ruse, Truth Social, Joe Ruse Minds. Facebook is Joe Ruse Show. Instagram is not Joe Ruse. TikTok is Joe.Ruse. And Getter is Joe Ruse. Shout outs to our executive producers, Wayne Rankin, Rosanna Rankin, Carolina Jimenez, Marisa Lee, and Anonymous Angela. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for all that you do, for donating your time, your talent, your treasure. We really do appreciate them. And all the great stuff that your effort and your donations enable us to do. So thank you. I really do appreciate it, everything that you guys do. So thank you again so much. Now, if you want to get on board and help us out, like I showed you before on the website, we have the ability to do a one-time donation in any amount. You can do a recurring donation in any amount. There are several ways to go about doing that. If you want to sign up to be one of our producers, you can sign up as an associate producer for $17.76 a month. Producers are $18.36 a month, and executive producers are $25 or more a month. You get the same shout out on every show, just like you heard. You get included in all of our show notes. Any emails, anything that we send out from the show, all has your name on it, because as producers of the show, I couldn't do it without you. So you get the credit for it. All right. Now, if you also want to help us out with Ethereum, you can do that. Tether, all that stuff, all the crypto wallet stuff is up there on the website. Oh, I forgot. Executive producers, you also get to have a segment with us here on the show live, like we do on Wednesday nights when our executive producer Wayne Rankin is healthy again. He'll be jumping on here again for his Wednesday with Wayne segment. So we look forward to that all the time. And I know he's recovering from his surgery, so hopefully he'll be back on very, very soon. So make sure that you get signed up and you can get your moment in the spotlight, as they say. All right. There's Charlie letting me know it's dinner time. So we've got to wrap this baby up. All right. So again, crypto wallet information is all up on the website. You can pick whatever one's easiest for you to use and send a donation over through that. We really appreciate those. And then, of course, thank you to the folks that are streaming sats to us across the modern podcast apps. Sat is just a micropayment of Bitcoin. So you can do that very easily by connecting your crypto wallet to some of these modern podcast apps. You can send boosts, not just to me, but to any other show that you like to listen to. And you could do that. You could download the apps in your from your app store on your iPhone or your Android phone. Or you can go rogue and you can download it from their modernpodcastapps.com or podcastindex.org. All right. Many, many, many ways that you can help us out. And I think that's pretty much all I've got for you for tonight. So with that said, folks, again, thank you for taking the time to be with us. Really do appreciate it. Don't forget the website, joeruse.com, and let us know what you think. All right, folks, listen, make Texas independent again. Go podcasting. Keep a steady stride. Keep talking. God bless you. Have a great night. We'll see you Wednesday.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds if we're together?
Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather.
Happy trails